Whenever people, are, are looking for what stands out, like what's different. If you say to yourself, well, what sticks out about the way KK and Ash play? Well, those suckers play really, really hard, huh? They compete like son of a guns. So, does Ice compete at that level? No. But the other day, there was much more of a competitive spirit in the way she played. There seemed to be more purpose to how she played. So having a certain skill level is great, but if you don't compete at a certain level, it's going to be hard for you to have success. And working on your confidence level, that has a lot to do with how hard you compete. And the harder you compete, the more confidence you obtain. So hopefully that game the other day gave her a sense of, okay, if I do certain things a certain way, I'm going to have success. And, she had a really, really good practice yesterday. So hopefully, this will be a carryover. If you try to stay the way you are, you're probably going to slip, right? Natural game slippage, time slippage. So you can't stay the way you are. If you try to do too much, you risk, did we overdo it? So every year is about finding that balance of how do we stay well-conditioned where we can play a lot of minutes if we have to without playing a lot of minutes in practice. Which any normal person who just heard that go, you're an idiot. How do you prepare somebody to play a lot of minutes by only playing a little bit of minutes in practice? So, we're always juggling. It's always a juggling act. And that's why, when you guys asked me the first question about how long can you keep doing this throughout the whole Big East season, I would say, let's see if we can keep those balls juggling in the air and make sure we don't drop any of them. What we're trying to emphasize with Q is your game can't be about when I make shots, I help our team. When I don't, I don't. And if I don't make shots, I can't take bad shots to make up for the fact that those good shots did not go in. So it's all a learning curve for Q, which every freshman goes through. So you try to instill upon them, okay, well, what other ways can you help? What other ways can you be productive? How can we insert you in there and you can give us some productive minutes if the ball's not going in for you that day? So that's the everyday what we're trying to do with Q. And the shooting part, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. There are times when I have to remind her about, which shots I love, which shots okay with, and which shots are totally unacceptable to me. And that's a little bit every day. It's not all at once where I scare the kid and make her, before she shoots it, think, is this a good shot or a bad shot? We're not at that point. I don't want to ever get to that point. But if you're going to get 3 offensive rebounds, if you're going to get a couple steals, if you're going to find other ways, you're going to guard the other people really hard, then, whatever points you score are going to be a huge bonus. I say, how come every other team is really good at offensive rebounding? We're horrible at it. And some of that is, we're leading the country in field goal percentage shooting. So there's this fallacy that, well, every shot we shoot is going in. So why do I have to go in there on offensive rebound? So we shoot and run back on defense. So we're leading the country in field goal percentage defense, which means we're so good we only miss half of our shots. Think about that. So that means half of those shots are not going in. So who's getting all those? Are they getting all those? Or can we get some of them? So some of these guys are starting to, understand. I try to make light of it all the time. I say, look, some of you guys are not our first option on offense. Like, we don't come down and run 7 plays for you. But think about it this way. Every time we shoot, you should be thinking, oh, they're passing me the ball. So go get it. There you go. It's not that complicated. People say, do you do offensive rebounding drills? Sure. Do they work? No. You either want to rebound or you don't. Do you do box out drills on the other end? Sure we do. But you either want to be a great rebounder or you don't. So we're trying to, every day, I bet you if we were shooting 40% from the floor, we'd be a better offensive rebounding team.